ran well. Scrutinize in one. Gates open, they're off and racing. Indy got back to be last in the early stages. First away, Brigadier. Rude Not To showing speed and going forward also. On the outside of it is Trigger. Wider out now, Secret Spirit, and out a bit deeper on the track, as well as Duchess Kate. A length away, Terry, followed by Shades of Pearl and Scrutinize the inside. 2.5 to win or Elsa. Well back is Lupita. It's back third last here, followed by Indy, and back with them also is NH Joy. 600 metres left to go. Pacemaker, Brigadier from Rude Not To up on the outside. A length away, Trigger is third, followed then by Scrutinize. Then came Terry, Duchess Kate, Secret Spirit. Shades of Pearl is next on the inside, followed by Lupita. Well back in the field, and it's Joy as they swing into the straight. Back with them also is Winner Elsa and Indy. Homeward bound they are at the 250. Rude Not To from on the inside, Brigadier. Coming after them now, we've got down the outside is Trigger looking to warm up at the 150. It's Rude Not To just in front now. Scrutinize is getting out late and is charging strongly. It's Rude Not To in front. Scrutinize is lunging at the line. I reckon he just got up, Scrutinize, to beat Rude Not To. Third over was Brigadier. In behind those next as they went across the line, we had either Secret Spirit or NH Joy, which has been a nice run. Then came Trigger, followed by Indy. Further back in the field, Lupita with Duchess Kate. And back towards the tail of the field here was Terry and Shades of Pearl. And even further away was Winner Elsa. Let's have a look at this. Scrutinize, I reckon, has just arrived in the nick of time. The colt by Savabeel. Rude Not To had the lead, but Scrutinize, who'd enjoyed a beautiful run in the trail, was always there to pounce and started to at about the 150. Rude Not To giving plenty, but Scrutinize on the outside as they go towards the line. And right on the line, you'd say Scrutinize just from Rude Not To. Third over will be Brigadier. And back in fourth position was Trigger, holding on for fourth. But number 2, Scrutinize on debut from the Jason Bridgman team, and Matt Cameron.
Yeah, the 2-year-old colt by Savabeel out of leg. So, of course, the one related to Wolf Whistle and Mary Quant takes out the Peter Tapper Memorial and charges late to be able to get over the top and beat home Rude Not To, who sat outside leader and was just gathered in on the post. And Brigadier was able to punch up and go forward and is finishing to third. Here's the judge.
The winner 2, Scrutinize. Second 8, Rude Not To. Third 1, Brigadier. Fourth was 4, Trigger. Fifth 9, Secret Spirit. And sixth 6, Duchess Kate. Call again 2, 8, 1, 4, 9, 6. Winner's time 105.19. Last 600 off the front and 35.51.
2, 8, 1 and 4, joined by Jason Bridgman. It certainly wasn't any 2-year-old race on a midweek Wednesday. And this bloke, he'd looked nice at the trials, and he's been able to finish it off like he has in his trials on race day.
Yeah, Brendan, he's a real smart colt, and we've had a good opinion of him on what he's done so far. And probably bred, obviously to be more of a 3-year-old, but showed today that he's a real talent in the making.
Yeah, he obviously had come through his trials well. He was unlucky at his most recent trial at Rotorua, so he must have been coming here with, feeling pretty happy in the spot that he was in. Yeah,
well, trials about education, and he had a really lovely educational trial at Rotorua, weaving through horses, and he's just a bomb-proof sort of horse. He does everything right, and Matty did the right thing, giving him the time to find his feet, and he showed that turn of foot getting over them. So he more than likely probably go aside now for the autumn. Yeah, really promising horse.
Yeah, and certainly a horse you can sort of get up and running in the early part of the spring and look to target a race like the 2000 Guineas or something like that anyway, in terms of looking towards next season. Yeah,
well, that's why we bought him at the sales, and David Ellis earmarked him as a Guineas Derby sort of horse. And he's certainly going to have the pedigree behind him to stretch out next season, and he looks a logical Guineas prospect at this point.
Well done to you, Jason.
Thanks very much.
It's Jason Bridgman there, winning trainer of Scrutinize, and Matt Cameron's done the riding win. Might be able to catch up with Matt as well. A winning jockey. Here he comes now. Matt Cameron. $6.60 and $2.20. 2, 8, 1 and 4 are those numbers. And here he is. Well done to you, Matt. Well, he's looked good at the trials and he's been able to bring it race day.
Yeah, he's a good horse, and he's bred to people. The family's been pretty good, and he's jumped there hundreds that first corner, so a bit far off them, and I just dragged up on the inside, and come off their back, and he was too good for them.
Yeah, when he spotted that horse in front, he really picked up to be able to get that horse on the line.
Yeah, you know, not many horses do that their first start, especially being a colt too. You know, when they get that kick, they tend to do a few things wrong, but he's naturally pretty good and he attacked it nice.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's a horse you would be looking forward to in the early part of the spring for next season. He's one to look out for as a 3-year-old.
Yeah, he is. You know, he's the Guineas, the Derby, all that kind of thing. You know, it's he's relaxed. His manners are beautiful, so he's definitely going to see a trip out.
What a Matt.
Cheers.
It's Matt Cameron, winning jockey in